All right, I can't believe it. I got the mysterious Jordan Thomas.
It's a busy man. It's not
The
mysterious,
mysterious Jordan Thomas.
man.
Man, welcome to 15 Minutes or Less. Of course, this is Brad Washington, your boy. But again, this is Jordan Thomas. I can't believe it.
Up,
How's it
Brad?
going?
Man, things are good, man. Things are lovely. We live a simple life these days, man.
Simple life,
Simple life.
making sure you're doing all the right things,
Hey,
working,
man. I'm
grinding.
retired. I'm innocent these days, man. I'm innocent.
And I see, man, you trying to be like me, losing all that weight too.
Bro, you my brother. You inspired me, man. I had to drop something, man. I can't be out here just be the only fat guy out here, man. Come on.
Yeah, we
Come on.
see. I'm 178, man. You know, people think I'm real thin, but I ain't
No, no. First of all, you are. Okay, 178 is tough.
real thin. No,
That's right. That's slim, man. That's small, man. That's
yeah,
small,
it
man.
is. But you know what? You know what's beautiful about it? The best part about it is I can play basketball and I can guard people like you, and I can get the
Can't
rebound
guard.
and sprint down the court.
Can't guard.
I really
You can't
could.
guard.
I really could.
Can't guard.
I
Okay.
could. I mean, I could stop you, but you're not gonna just body
Ooh.
me.
I'm not with this body. I'm a little more agile now, though. Okay,
I got
that's a
enough
move now.
muscle on me where that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
I will not get bodied by a vegan. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not gonna body you, but you're not gonna body me. That's what it is. That's how it works. That's
I
how it
feel
works.
you, man. I
But
feel you, brother. You
man,
know I'm proud
what
of you.
I appreciate it. I'm proud of you. But you know the best thing that I'm proud of you about is that you've embraced fatherhood. Like,
Hey, we all got to grow up sometime, right?
yeah, but some people don't want to be parents, like especially like
They don't
black
want to
men.
grow up.
Say that
They,
again.
they don't want to grow up, man.
They don't want to grow up.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Growing up is
because go ahead.
responsibilities, man.
Is it because being a father means you no longer put yourself first? It's like it's about your kids now.
Yeah. It's taking that responsibility, saying it ain't about me no more. I'm no longer in charge. And I mean, just put yourself first. Like, you gotta put your kid first. You gotta put your baby moms first. You gotta like put your own ego aside. You gotta humble down and stuff, man. That thing is annoying. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
You know what? Like I said, I'm proud of you, man, because you know you've been one of my best friends the last 10 years, and I have definitely seen the evolution of Jordan Thomas. My goodness, and to see that you just last time we met up and talked, you just said, hey man, I gotta go home. I gotta be dad. That made me proud. Like as an educator, that made me proud because we need that. Like we have to have that from not just black men, but just men in general. We have to have that, you know?
Yeah, that's one thing I appreciate about this generation. Some that we kind of know the emotional strains of just not having dads around and know how that can affect your kids in the future. So I think a lot of us are more cognizant of how those relationships how they will affect our kids when they get older. Like you can't just be dad. I go to work, I go home. Kids mom will figure it out. Like you gotta actually be a part of your kid's life and whatnot.
Yes.
So,
And it's not just spending money, but it's spending time.
oh yeah, and you gotta put your time, your influence, your patience, all that stuff, man.
But even with everything going on, what would you say would probably be the toughest part about like being a dad? Like besides like just spending time and raising, but what's the toughest part?
Throwing your ego out the window. You gotta throw your ego out the window, bro. Because so much of it is gonna be like what you want to do, what you feel you should be able to do, what you feel like you deserve. Like it's just put all that aside. You feel like people don't appreciate everything you're doing or something. Put all that aside. It's just do your job, be happy to
Mm-hmm.
be there, stay humble, and everything work out. But the hard thing is getting over yourself. You gotta
Gotta
get
get
over
over yourself.
yourself. Yes.
It's not fatherhood, but just being an educator, working with kids for like the last 10 years. I think that's the biggest thing that I had to learn was to really get out of my own way. And whenever I was to like give consequences or whatever the case was, when I was younger, I used to give consequences based off of how I felt instead of based off of what was fair to the kids. And when you say putting your ego to the side, that's a prime example of that because just because I'm mad at them, that doesn't mean that they deserve this consequence or this be taken away. Got to be fair to them. So it's not necessarily the same, but I can
That's
equate
exactly.
that.
You can't move off of how you feel. Like if your kid make you mad, you can't correct them based on the fact that you're mad. You got to correct them based on the fact that these actions will produce negative consequences in the future for you, not just from me, but from the
Mhm.
world. Okay, so I'm not here to get vengeance on my kids. I'm here to correct these actions.
Mhm.
Like it ain't about me. It ain't about like, oh yeah, you pissed dad off, or you made me upset. That has nothing to do with why I got to punish you or why I got to correct this action. I correct this action because I love you. I want to see that
I
you
like that.
succeed. I want the best for you. So let me
And
correct it now.
that kind of reminds me of like when I sometimes, like, how you see like parents on like Facebook or Instagram, like they'll post like their child, like, they're like making them walk to school because they bullied a kid or whatever.
Yeah,
And you see all these parents say, oh, if that was my child, I'll whip their behind and I'll do this and that. And I'm like, okay, but the whole point of like raising children or teaching children is to prepare them for the next step in life.
exactly.
And if I was to embarrass my child on Facebook, what does that help? How does that help my child? Now it satisfies my ego, like what you just said, but how does that help my child? How does that help my
And will
students?
perform. And that's like it impressed me how we moved just from straight up physical abuse to let's emotionally abuse our kids now. Like, great, that's even better. That's make your kids even crazier going. Like,
Not
yeah,
funny.
do that, do that.
Mhm. And that's exactly what you mean by the ego. So I appreciate those words because that is like spot on. It's not, you're not doing it for them. You're not doing it for you. Um, you're doing it to better them. What are you doing to better them? How are you building a relationship with them where they can still come to you instead of having emotional trauma, you know?
Yeah, because I never want my kid to feel like they can't come to me and say, "Tell me about all your biggest mistakes. Tell me when you got into sticky situations. Like, let me know. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get you out of it. I got you. We're gonna correct this action, but I need you to be able to come to me like understand that I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'm not gonna like get vengeance on you. I'm not gonna punish you just because you made me mad. I'm gonna fix this problem. At the end of the day, I'm dad. I'm here to fix problems. All right. If your attitude's a
That's
problem, I'm gonna fix that problem. If
that's your
you make a
job.
problem, I'm gonna work on it. We're gonna work on this together. We're gonna get through this together because we same team, homie. We same team.
Same team. I love that, Jordan. I love that. Now, I love it. So you're not my dad or nothing, but I am afraid to ask you this question because
Ask me.
we get into it about music, but I really want to know. Cause I've already asked you earlier. What are the three greatest musical compositions in terms of production, in terms of songwriting, arrangement? Because you've always been a genius to me with music, so you know this stuff. But I want to hear from you. What are the
It's like
three
one of the toughest
greatest?
questions ever.
It's one of the toughest
I
questions
mean,
ever. Well, give me what's one that that just sticks out as like that's the greatest.
one I would I would say John Coltrane, Duke Ellington, A Sentimental Mood. Like
You had to go
one
there.
of the,
Why?
why? Because when it comes to composition, you put John Coltrane and Duke Ellington in the room, magic happens. Live with it. I don't care. You be all right.
Is that like listening
Two,
to Pimp a Butterfly?
I love. Oh, don't worry. That's coming in here. Don't worry. I'm gonna slide that in somewhere. I'm putting that towards the back. Don't worry. I'm
Whew.
gonna end on this to make you mad. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. But
Luckily, we got 6 minutes left.
I think you'll like this one. I think you'll like this one.
Go ahead.
Frank Ocean, Godspeed.
You know what? My boy, RC said that Pyramids was one of the greatest.
Pyramids is one of the greatest.
Me
But
personally, the greatest Frank Ocean song is Sierra Leone. That's songwriting genius.
I mean, songwriting genius is still what's that song? Gosh, I can't remember. Bad Religion. That's
I can give you that. I'll give you that. But
genius.
I'm gonna give you my three, and you're probably gonna be mad.
I will be. I promise. Shoot.
Okay, here's number one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Billie Jean by Michael Jackson is the greatest of all time. Number two, is Nothing But a G Thing by Dr. Dre. And number
That's a great
three is
flip.
going to surprise you, is actually Caroline No by the Beach Boys.
What?
Yes, Brian Wilson is a musical genius. The way he arranges his music, the way he produces is unbelievable. Dr. Dre,
I mean,
Nothing But a G Thing.
that was a great sample, great flip on that. So I give all respect to Dr. Dre. Dre
Great
is a
flip.
great flip.
He incorporated the keyboards. He put the extra the kick drums on there, and he had that sample replayed. And Billie Jean, come on, come on. That's like a scary movie, man. The drums, once the bass line comes in, and then the synthesizers, and then the way
You know I
Michael
hate pop
wrote it.
music.
Say what?
You know I hate pop music.
I know, but you know what? That's the GOAT. Written
That's
by the
the
GOAT. Produced by the GOAT. Quincy Jones. But
I mean, that's why I didn't go no Beatles in there, man. I mean, I was never throw the Beatles in the back into that. I want it so bad. What's the name of that song?
Across the Universe is one.
Across the Universe is amazing.
Yes.
I mean, that's in a wide span of music, man. It's hard to pick three, but God, I knew you would go Billie Jean first. I should have known that.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised you go Kanye first. Good Lord, that's amazing.
Power is also one of the greatest songs in the history of the world. Come on, man. That's production genius right there. That's production genius. I mean, MBDTF is one of the greatest albums in the history of the world.
I think it's a genius concept. I think it's well executed. I can't listen to it every day.
I could. So appalled.
You know me. I'm a Kanye up to like graduation. After that, you can keep the rest.
Oh, see, you one of those Kanye fans.
You keep the rest.
You one of them Kanye people.
You can keep it. I'm not knocking it. You can keep it. I'm not gonna knock it. You can keep it. I don't want it. You can keep it. I'm not dissing. You keep it.
808s is a masterpiece.
It's a master. I appreciate it from a musicality standpoint. You can keep it. I don't want it.
MBDTF is a work of art.
Work of
art. If I told you a rapper made that album, produced that album, would you believe it? With no musical training, would you believe it?
Kanye is a producer that happens to rap.
Right.
He's a producer.
But he's not classically trained. He's not a Quincy Jones who went to Paris to study that.
Yeah, but Quincy Jones was out here making jazz tracks. He made a bunch of pop.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's classically trained.
And
of course, huh?
It's like how you apply. I mean, it's like how you apply. Like you classically trained, but a bunch of pop music, man. A bunch of disco switches, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I can't diss Quincy Jones.
But you know what? You know what I think about Yeezus? A work of art.
I don't know. I mean, the way you feel about Yeezus, the way I feel about I don't know, Kendrick and all them guys who make just genius works. The Pimp Butterfly is probably the best album in the last decade.
that garbage can.
You are insanely out of your mind. You are out of your mind.
Garbage can noise. Nah, you know what? Couple minutes left, Jordan. It's a good album, but it's definitely one of the most overrated albums I've ever heard in my life.
I think it's one of the albums that has lasted throughout the years. I think it's still applicable to today's time. I mean, I think it'll go down as one of the most legendary albums. I mean, Damn, I don't think it's going to hold as well as To Pimp a Butterfly will.
Huh? Damn is the second greatest rap album, probably of all time.
No. I love it.
What's better?
Sure. I think Schoolboy's the last album they came out with.
Can we do a part 2 of this because you about to make me upset?
Oh. Well, I'll say this and just throw it all off. Reason's last album was better than every other TDE album of the last decade.
Who?
Reason's last album, New Beginnings, better than the rest of TDE's discography for the last at least 5 years.
Wow.
See, there you
Wow.
go. Got to end on a high note.
On that note, we're gonna end this. Jordan, thank you for waxing poetic on fatherhood and music. We're gonna do a part 2 because that's ridiculous.
I'm telling you, you gotta listen to it. Trust me, I'm right.
Whatever.
I'm
All
right.
right, Jordan. All right, Jordan, man. Bro. Appreciate you, my boy.
Hey, anytime, my bro.
All right.
Peace, man.
Peace.